Hey everybody, and welcome back to FTL. I'm Omni Griffin, your pilot, I suppose. And coming up really soon, and it's probably going to be even tomorrow, by the time this video really goes up, we're going to get the expansion for FTL, which is what I've been waiting for. It's kind of the reason why I rebooted uh, my gameplay of this, just because honestly it looks like so much fun, and there's going to be so much new stuff that I'm not going to know where to start. I'm probably going to have to start back on easy. But my idea is that for those of you who would like to watch me play instead, you will have that option. Although I really encourage you to, if you haven't already purchased the game, to pretty much do so, because it's a free expansion. It's an absolutely free expansion, and it's got a lot of new stuff. I mean, we've got so many teasers that honestly you should just go to ftlgame.com and just check it out. There's a trailer, there's pretty much spoilers on just about everything. Which basically just means that we've got a really good preview, and it's just made me more excited. Just because I know that we're gonna get, like, what was it? Hacking means we're gonna get a new race. I mean, there's so much stuff that's coming in that I'm just gonna basically try and read as little as I can and just kind of take it as it goes. Mostly just because I think I'll be overwhelmed otherwise. There'll be too much stuff that I'm like, hey, I want to get this in this run, and I want to do this and try this out, and I want to focus on that and forget about everything else. However, I'm going to take our I don't even remember, this is the Federation Cruiser, I believe is what it's called. But I'm going to take this ship. I've already renamed people to terrible, terrible things. This is what our ship looks like. This ship is unique in that it has its own weapon system, the artillery beam, which it slowly charges and shoots automatically. We're going to be looking to destroy a ship with only the artillery beam, which is probably very unlikely on normal mode. Get 4 special blue events with our crew, which means that we run into random events that say, hey, you have this specific crew member, which means you have the special ability to solve it in this manner instead of another. And then getting to Sector 5 without upgrading my weapon system. Weapon system being where my burst laser is. So basically it's going to be like, just use your artillery beam and that's about it. So we'll see. Normal start. Hopefully we get some good luck here. I'm gonna go this way and try and weave my way like that. I think that's gonna be my goal. We need to power our burst lasers just in case we... So we arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect faint life signatures on board. Let's scrap some of the debris. So while we wait, we skirt around and find 14 scrap. Not bad. I guess we could have found a person, but who knows, they could have been dangerous. Keep going this way. You arrive in the system and immediately discover a pirate ship nearby. Strangely, scans indicate there are no life forms aboard. You salvage anything useful, but find no clues as to the whereabouts of the former crew. So we get 3 fuel, a missile, and 18 scrap, which isn't bad. I'd like to get my shields up. We got a store there, so I'm going to try and hit these 2 nodes before I hit the store, and hopefully that'll let us buy something, like, really useful. Yeah, I'm not going to pay your toll. We're going to fight you. I'm not going to regret this. Okay, so they've got an ion cannon, and it looks like a 2-shot laser. This could be bad for us, especially because we don't have anybody where they're supposed to be. I totally whiffed on doing that. Which means, luckily our shields are going to be able to recharge in time. Oh, it's a bomb. Okay, so this is really bad for us. Really bad for us. How do I want to deal with this? I believe I saw this was on fire, so I could just empty it. I think that's probably the best option here. Hopefully that fire doesn't spread. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get any lasers off. We basically just have to hope that that bomb... Shoot. Let's go help repair our shields. We need to get those shields repaired and fast. So, luckily... Alright, we got our shields back up. Where's that bomb? I don't know where that bomb went. Alright. It's okay, medbay is not a terrible thing to have on fire. Although we do need to put it out. I could do this really long and convoluted thing, but that's really not the best plan. As much as I hate to take our engines guy off because our evasion is going to be really crappy. We need to put this out, and fast. Okay. Alright. That's repaired. Let's get you back onto shields. We need to get our burst laser up. Oh my gosh. This is really bad. We need to get some stuff online, and honestly, the second this is fixed, I'm running him to medbay. Alright, so now our oxygen is down. We need to fix that also really fast. Our burst lasers are almost fixed. Oopsie, I thought it was done. I'm moving him before something bad happens. So, luckily, our artillery beam, which has sliced through things... 4 missiles, a drone part, and 9 scrap. We're not going to accept your surrender. We're going to ignore the fact that I can barely do anything right now. We're going to ignore that fact. Luckily, they can't shoot at us either, but our burst laser is up, which means we have successfully defeated them. So we got a defense drone, which is definitely... We basically made out like bandits. We actually didn't take any damage, and I know that seems weird, but they kept shooting a single blaster at us, which was just getting soaked by our shield. Their bomb was actually... I'm not sure if it was a system and personnel bomb. So it damaged the systems and the personnel, but it did not at all damage us, like the actual hull of the ship. So despite the fact that that seemed really bad, it was really not. Which is usually not, you know, not the case. So they're gonna jump, so we absolutely need to target their engines. We do not have a choice. Unfortunately, they have a missile launcher, which means if they are smart and target our weapons, which they are apparently not. Oh, come on, don't aim for... Okay, so we're gonna quick drain that again. So we've delayed their FTL. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. We need our weapons, we need our weapons, we need our weapons. Alright, so we've got our weapons back. So we've now lost our steering. You should get back here. Actually, you should just start repairing stuff. Our shields are doing okay. If we can just last a little bit longer. So basically right now we're entirely reliant on our cannon doing 4 damage. And it did. Which is awesome. A fuel, a missile, and 13 scrap. So we're going to take some time here to heal everybody and to repair everything. Because this was a really bad encounter. We are already at 50% hull, effectively. A little bit more, but honestly, close enough. So, let's see. Pilot is full. Engines full. Shields. Shields is not entirely full. Now, yes. Weapons got hurt pretty bad. Alright, we're going to take a second here to let this repressurize. Just a little bit. Our oxygen is 5% down. We're not going to be in too much trouble. Let's get our power back. So I'm going to jump to the store here. We will probably be able to get to the distress signal from here, but I'd rather not worry about it too much. So one other ship with this beacon and its heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates, now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire necessary supplies to get home. Shield charge booster and FTL jammer. We can't afford a drone control. It's really what I would like. But we're still really early, and so unless I sell the drone... I mean, I wish I could buy the drone control and then sell back the schematic. Because this defense drone is what I would eventually like. But instead, I'm going to get that. And we're going to get some repair here. I'd really like... I'm going to put... Oh, I actually can't. Oopsie. So we're just going to call it there for now. I've got maybe 4 or 5 more jumps, so I think I can weasel my way around like that. We'll see. So here you go. This is our special blue text. So the distress signal coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire and the repair crew can't approach it without being fired on. So our NG crew can remotely repair it, so they're going to give us some missiles, some drone parts, and some scrap. Very nice, better than having to fight. So I'm going to try and take that roundabout path. Hopefully I can get from that corner this. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Sure. Great, I was worried no one would respond. My usual carrier is days late. I need you to deliver this cargo of drone parts to a small station a few jumps from here. I'll pay you a bit of scrap now, but they will surely tip you generously. Sure, so we get 5 drone parts, and we get a quest, which is where we were planning on going anyway. Hopefully I don't have to double back to it. Kind of crossing my fingers here. You know what, I'm gonna be nice and give these guys fuel. And they gave me 22 scrap. 11 fuel, 22 scrap, that's definitely worth it. Sorry, 11 scrap, 22... I can't think right now, so don't worry about me. You arrive at the location given you by the merchant. You are supposed to deliver drone parts to the station here. So... 5 drone parts for 25 scrap? Yeah, I'm not using drone parts. I mean, those are the drone parts that I was given. So we're going to jump to the exit here real fast. I should probably upgrade my shields before I forget. I could sell some drone parts for scrap. I mean, I don't want to. I'm going to eventually want drones. So let's upgrade. I can't quite upgrade to the 2nd level of shields. If I want to, I could take a point out of our med bay, which will probably be worth it in the long run. I could probably get out here and back, but I'd rather not worry about it. So either way, we're getting a ton of hostile sectors and a guaranteed nebula this way. I think I'd rather go to the engine-controlled sector now, just because my ship isn't very strong yet, rather than go into the hostile. We've got a store right here. That doesn't really make me happy. I can trade a fuel for 5 missiles. I don't want that, though. It's really unfortunate. 2 stores right next to each other. I'm gonna go here. I should be able to make to 1 store, and I guess I could probably sell that drone schematic. So once again, we have to shoot them. Now, they've got a bomb system again, and that looks like a heavy laser, which isn't gonna get through anything because it's only 1 shot. So we're okay in that regard. So I'm not even worried about shields. Our shield recharge time, we've already got a shield booster. That's awesome. That's not good, but it's really not all that bad for us. Oh, our burst laser's ready. Oopsie. I'm gonna hit shields, because their FTL is currently delayed. That'll give me an increased chance of damaging their FTL later, which would otherwise known as right now. Doesn't say imminent, but it gives us a chance to hit them with 3 shots instead of just 2, because we have 1 to puncture the shield. So luckily we managed to destroy them. Our artillery beam finished the job, so we get 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 20 scrap, which isn't too shabby. I'm actually going to hit here, I think, because we haven't even yet seen the rebel forces coming up behind us. So I'd like to get to the store with even more scraps, see what we've got. You overhear Mantis calm chatter. Agreed. Next ship is your turn. Good hunting. Let's attack the ship. They're going to see us anyway. They don't have a boarding party, which is good for us. I'm pretty sure that's a 3-shot laser and bombs. These guys really have a love of bombs currently. So we're actually going to be perfectly okay. Just for the sheer fact that their bomb is the only thing that's active right now. And I'm just focusing on their weapons, but this is only a 2-shot laser, which means it will never get through our shields. So actually this is optimal right here. This is suboptimal now, obviously. Hopefully before that bomb goes off we can hit them again. Nice. We managed to finish them off. We get a fuel, drone parts, and 23 scrap. So we're going into the deal with about 59 scrap sitting in the store. We'll see what we get. So we could get some more crew members. Drone control is available. I'm tempted to get it, but at the same time, I don't want to sell anything. I'm looking for weapons. We need something to augment this burst laser. Our artillery beam is nice, but automated reloader is going to be really good. Because that means that we will shoot faster, so our shields are going to recover faster. A scrap recovery arm would be nice. And I probably should have taken it. How much does this sell for? 37. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So we've got 3 augmentations on our ship. We're going to shoot 15% faster, we're going to collect 10% more scrap, and we're going to recharge our shields by 15% more, or 15% faster. Slightly suboptimal in some ways. I'm trying to think here. I've got maybe 4 jumps left. I don't think I can swing that. And I don't know if I can even swing that. So I think I'm going to go here to here, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure I should be able to make that. If not, it's going to be rough. You see an NG space station and fleets nearby. Despite looking like piles of junk loosely tied together, they are actually a model of efficiency. They just lack a certain aesthetic emphasis in their construction. So we got nothing from that. We've got a distress signal here, though. We are actually running very low on fuel. Ah, damn it. We took some damage. We got 12 scrap. We are running very low on fuel. This is very, very bad. Okay, they've got a beam weapon and what looks like a heavy laser. We should be fine. And in fact, if they truly prove to be no threat, because that could be a pike beam, which would be really bad, because it gets 1 shield piercing. I would kind of like to use this time to get the achievement for the artillery beam, just wasting everything. Because I think that would be really fun. It's gonna be a little while, so we're gonna get to spend some nice time here, just kind of talking. Because what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They've got 11 hull. We'll see how much this artillery beam does. It'll probably do somewhere between 3 and 4, which means it'll have to fire between 3 and 4 times. Does 3 damage. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit, but this is a great time to get an achievement. Especially on normal mode, I honestly wasn't expecting this opportunity to arise, just because in normal mode your chance of being able to just strictly outgun your opponent is pretty low. The fact that we upgraded our shields right away at the beginning, after the first sector, which is my habit, but is usually beneficial in that we don't end up worrying about scrap, or using our scrap to repair ourselves, because that's the downside. You either use your scrap to heal yourself, and you don't have to pay as much right now, but you have to pay more in the long haul, or you upgrade your shields and you pay quite a bit. No, we will not accept surrender. I mean, honestly, they could probably jump away. but luckily the AI doesn't do stuff like that. They aren't going to accept their fate, per se. But we will defeat them in the end. Honestly, the alternate layouts aren't all that fantastic. Some of them are better than the original, but honestly, it's kind of all a preference thing, because alternate layouts kind of... It's a flexible definition, I guess is what I would say. It's not anything worse than what it is, just kind of, some rooms rearranged, and... Well, we did manage to destroy it after just that. So, there you go, we got an achievement. We got 20 scrap, a missile, and a drone parts. I probably should have looked if they were offering fuel, because I am barely going to make it out of this sector, and I'm going to have to wait for a fuel ship, which is going to be really, really bad for me. I'm going to intervene and defend the outpost. They have missiles and a combat drone, so we are going to have to fire upon them. We don't have much choice. Unfortunately, I am also going to have to target their shields. We're going to have to do some damage to that. This could get really ugly. So with our oxygen down, we have a few options here. Our shield's honestly not going to take that huge of a beating, and we already have augmentations. Unfortunately, we did not do enough to their shields. And I saw that coming from a mile away. It's very unfortunate. It's not just, it's also a breach, which means it's going to take even longer. I don't think we can actually afford to just jump away from this one. We're gonna have to deal with that. Get back to our shields. If that beam does get through, it will be horrific. Luckily, our beam there is really helpful. We did hit their shields, which is fantastic. Unfortunately, we just keep getting pummeled. We'll have to fix that, but we'll have time after this battle's over. I'm gonna keep shooting at their shields, because now they don't have any at all. Which means that our next burst laser will probably finish them off unless they manage to get it back up and running. Good. Okay, so we managed to defeat them. I don't need to pause the game. 3 fuel. Nice. Drone parts and some scrap. And then the outpost hails us and gives us some more stuff, which is sweet. So we need to fix our oxygen really quickly. We don't have any power to the med bay, so I'm going to unpower our artillery beam here. Because we're going to need this. I'm going to send you here since you're currently full health. I need you to repair that breach. He is going to be constantly taking damage from being in that room because there's no oxygen there, which is why there are those red lines. But he fixed it, because he's really good at fixing stuff. Weapons is fully healed. Pilot is fine. Engines, we need you to heal yourself a little bit. It's always good to take the time. We could upgrade and get ourselves another thing of power. I'm tempted to do that right now, but I'm going to hold off just for a little bit. I don't think it's going to make or break our next encounter. But we are now jumping into... Can I do Rebel or Rock? I'd rather take Rebel. We're pretty damaged, which is going to be bad for us. I'm not a huge fan of the Federation ship. I like the idea of it, but it doesn't necessarily always work the way you hope. So the cockpit lights up with warning signals. You're being targeted. Awesome. So I'm going to quickly pause here. I'm going to redirect our power. We've got missiles and a 2-shot laser, it looks like. We're going to eventually need the med bay because they're about to warp people in. I see. The doors are opening. I'm expecting... Huh, okay. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stop them. We're going to have to kind of let them go wherever they want to. Yeah, they don't want us to see what they're about to do. It's actually a 1-shot there. We took some 2 damage from that. Our burst lasers are ready. I'm just going to go straight for weapons. Unfortunately, that's not what I wanted. Our Mantis is going to do okay, but our NG does less damage. We no longer have any door control. I really need to take out those weapons. We are not having any luck. I need to keep an eye on their health as well. Alright, so I'm going to take... I don't know what to take it out of. At this point, with their missiles down, I really need to disable their weapons right now. Also, I can, now that I don't have power to my burst laser, I can do this. Hopefully our artillery beam will be useful. Unfortunately, they're going to... There we go. 4 missiles, drone part. Honestly, I'm just going to accept their surrender right here, just because I don't want the missiles. I don't need the scrap, but honestly, I need them to stop attacking us. Because if they damage that subsystem anymore, basically it means it will actually take hull damage from it, which is really, really bad while you're out and about. Just get everything fixed. I think everybody's full health. We really need to find a store to heal ourselves. Unfortunately, most of the damage that we're taking is from missiles, which is why I absolutely hate missiles as a mechanic. Because it's like, oh, well, you have shields, you're investing, you know, nicely. But, you know, missiles say, screw you. And what do you know, they've got missiles. That's why I really wish that I had gotten some defense drones, because defense drones make missiles so much easier to deal with. And this is a fight that we really didn't want. And they've got a boarding party. That's fantastic. This is going to be really bad for us, unfortunately, because this is going to slowly hurt them because it's a breach, which means that we're going to be taking missile damage. They are now taking constant damage. I need to run him out. I'm hoping... Yes, we managed to destroy that in time. And I keep missing. We need to get some power into... Once again, our shields aren't what's in danger. We're going to lose. Yeah, I think we lose here. There's nothing we can do. We have one more hit left. And we keep missing. So that's going to be this game. Oh, they jumped. Interesting. Oh, that's right. They were we demanded the surrender of their goods. I got greedy, and it's going to cost me the game. Okay. So we actually really need to solve this problem, but I do not have door control. Give me door control. If these fires spread and start setting other systems on fire, we're going to be in some trouble. Because that can also deal damage to our ship. Alright, so we have a deactivated drone. Why don't we fix this? Yeah, you need to heal. So we need to fix everything here. Our pilot's even low health. Everybody's low health. Engines is the only one who's cool. Okay. So it's got to destroy this drone before it can do anything, which is really unfortunate. It's just really unfortunate because that's going to take a lot of time. Luckily, I'm not hurting for time, besides the fact that this is going to be a relatively short episode, and I'm probably just going to take it and do another run right afterwards. I'll still upload this one, by proof of the fact that you're currently watching it. But watch that health drain. This is the unfortunate part, because honestly, this is the problem. This robot isn't going to do anything. It's not going to come back to life. I promise. So with this 96 scrap, we need to figure out what we're going to do. So we're actually going to send you into repair, since you repair significantly faster. If you're both working, you'll both have to heal anyway, so we're not going to lose any particularly more time. So other than that, the system is in perfect condition. It just needs to fill back up with air. And shields, you're back at full health. How about you, weapons? There we go. So I'm going to jump while he's in mid-route. We do not have a store, so I'm going to go as far as I possibly can. Get to as many new planets as I want. Sure, we'll respond and we'll accept the offer. It's the same offers we got last time, some more drone parts. And the quest is right there, which is great. Although this could be a trap, which would be unfortunate. Well, we're going to investigate the station. Found some drone parts and some scrap. But I've still yet to find a store. I'm gonna go here. I mean, at this point, if I don't find a store, I'm going to lose. Oh, I don't have fuel. This is unfortunate. So, this is how we lose. Running out of fuel is bad. 4 fuel for 12 scrap is actually a really nice deal. So we're just gonna get out. A lot of FTL is maximizing your time. You don't want to go as fast as you possibly can. Let's look for survivors. We found some scrap, so we could make to that distress signal and back, but chances are we're gonna have to fight something, which would be really, really bad for us. And we're still only on 2 fuel, which means that doubling back would end it for us. But we've got a store right here. We can buy some fuel. We can repair ourselves at least a little bit. Yes. I know this seems like a really bad idea, but this is how we're doing it. And yes, it's a really bad idea, but we need that defense drone. We absolutely need that defense drone. And I know that sounds like a terrible plan, and it probably really is, but without that defense drone, we will be absolutely helpless. 3 missiles for 2 drone parts? Yes, I'll make that trade because we are not using any missiles. We're going to have to once again wait. 2 fuel for 4 missiles. Great. I love using missiles as currency because I don't need it. I don't need them. And now we are in an asteroid belt, which is probably the worst place we could be. So they've got a giant missile launcher. So our options here are a few. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take away our med bay. We definitely need both shields because we need to soak this and we need to soak this. I'm going to take away that and our engines. No, because then our evasion is 0. We're going to run without oxygen for a little bit to get our defense drone out. What I want to do, because the defense drone is going to help with the asteroids as well, but what I really want to do is get my burst laser into their shields. If I can do that, despite the fact that our oxygen is getting lower and lower, if I can get their shield low enough, that's really bad. Because if I can get their shields low enough, then we have this opportunity of just letting them die to asteroids. Great, okay. So we're gonna take off the burst lasers, put on our oxygen, and also this. So our oxygen's gonna slowly be refilling itself. We don't have door control right now, but I'm not too worried about the door control. We've stopped the missile. We did not stop that, though. Luckily, they're taking some serious damage from asteroids, which is the entire point of what I did. That was really close. This fight's just way too close right now. 1 misplaced laser. Yes, okay. So, 2 fuel, which is exactly what we needed, 28 scrap. So, I'm going to take this moment. Well, we can't upgrade our ship right now because we're in dangerous territory. And we're going to end up in the middle of a nebula, which is the worst place we could possibly be. We're going to attempt to remain concealed. But they catch sight of us. So we have danger here, which means that our sensors are not going to function. So we can't see anything within our ship. Our camera is effectively useless. However, they have a heavy laser and a beam weapon, which means that we could be perfectly okay, except for the fact that we just got boarded. So I'm actually going to take this opportunity. We need to find them. And they're probably in oxygen. Yep. So they destroyed our subsystem, which destroyed our ship. So unfortunately, we died. It was a 35-minute run, though. We made it pretty far. This is normal mode, which is hard. One of the things that is coming out in the expansion, I believe, is a harder mode, which might actually be hard, or basically it becomes the Dark Souls of roguelikes, which is pretty brutal. I'm very curious to see how hard that is. It will pretty much end you turn 1, I imagine. But that's it for this episode of FTL. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more. I release a bunch of different stuff. FTL is just one of the games that I play. Binding of Isaac is, I think, the one that I play the most. But I do enjoy a bunch of other ones. I've got a Rogue Legacy series going as well, and also Risk of Rain. Though I haven't played that one in a while, more for the fact that I've been doing so much work on Binding of Isaac. Especially with Rebirth coming out this month, and hopefully the next month. Whenever Rebirth ends up getting released, I'm going to be really busy playing it a lot. But considering that the expansion for FTL is coming out really soon, I'm really looking forward to that. Just because it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I would love to see how that all goes down. So hopefully I will be releasing multiple episodes before then, because I think I'm going to play another one, because that was kind of unsatisfying. We only made it to Sector 3, which is kind of depressing. But you know what? That's how it rolls. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I would love to see you guys subscribe to my channel. Remember, if you leave a comment on these videos, give a suggestion for what I should call the ship. Nothing too profane, but something funny, and I will gladly take some suggestions. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.